And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at a little card game called Dinomals, the card game. Now, the idea of Dinomals is pretty simple. I have a dinosaur, T-Rex, and an animal, buffalo. And I make a Dino Buffalo. Well, there's not actually Dino Buffalo in this game, but there's a penguin mixed with a T-Rex. So that's what this game is. You are trying to smash these together. It's going to be a game obviously based on this cute artwork. I thought this would be a fun one to play with kids. Let's take a look. So the goal of this game is to create a Dinomal. There are 6 Dinomals: a Triceratops, a Raptorcorn, a red Pancleosaurus, Penguinsaurus Rex, Stegosaurus, and Apatosauraf. Each of these requires one animal and one dinosaur to make that particular dinosaur. And you need a smush card. So if I have the smush, the red panda, Ankylosaurus, and the red Pancleosaurus, I will win the game. Now to do that, I'm going to have to try to collect them all. You're going to shuffle all these cards together. I think there's 3 of each of these copies of cards, along with a whole bunch of other cards called slam cards, into a deck. Each player is going to draw 5 cards. On your turn, you'll draw a new card into your hand, and then you can play as many cards as you want. What kind of cards can you play? Steal, take a card from another player. Switch, which is their way of saying reverse, kind of like Uno. Swap, trade a card with another player. Both of you pick a card from your hands, put it face down, and switch with somebody else. Shuffle, take the deck and a discard pile and shuffle them back together. Swipe, you can ask someone for an animal or whatever it says on here. Some swipes say dinosaur, so I could say tiger, and anyone who has a tiger has to give it to me. Snag, draw 2 cards from the deck. And on your turn, you can also dibs. You can put a card in front of you and say, I'm building the red Pancleosaurus. No one else can build that, only I can. That's called dibs. You can only have 1 dibs in front of you, but there's also a stop and you can undo any dibs that someone else has. So those are the cards that you'll be playing throughout the game. Now there's also 2 other cards in the deck. At the beginning of your turn, if you draw a stuck card, your turn instantly ends and it goes to the next player. If you draw a smash card, an asteroid hits you, you have to discard your whole hand and the discard pile, shuffle them together with the deck, and draw 5 new cards and start over again, except your turn's also over and you'll have to wait another turn. That's the whole game. You're just going to keep going around and around and around and around until somebody gets these 3 cards, one of these sets of 3 cards, plus a smush card, and that person then is the winner. Real quick, I hate these kind of boxes. I wish these were banned from humanity, where you split the deck into 2 halves and slide in here and try not to have a card slide out the bottom, and just a pain. But this game is really going to be focusing on the art in this game. It's all about the artist and the different fun little animals and the mix between animals and dinosaurs that are in this game. That's what's going to draw people to the game. The art is fine, although I don't think the art translates as well to the action cards. They kind of look like a kid drew them. But the rest of the art, the animals themselves, those are fine. This is a very disappointing game for me. The artwork is great. The idea of putting the animals together, that's a cute idea. Yeah, but that's all it is it's an idea. This game basically mixes Uno with Flux. And I'm not a big fan of either of those games, and it takes the worst parts of them. So it takes Uno, reverse, skip, you know, just steal cards from our players, old maid, give me a card if you have it. And then it mixes that with you need to get specific cards in your hand to win. So what you're doing in this game is you're like, ooh, I got this, I got these. These are 2 of the 4 cards I need. I guess I'll go for the other 2 cards. And then hope you draw them. That's really the whole game. Hope you draw them, and then hope you never draw that meteor. That's an awful card. It really is. So one of the responses I'll get to when I review a game like this, someone will say, hey, this game isn't for you. Sure, I get that. So I went to the target audience to test this one out. I took it with some of my kids. My kids like games like this. They don't mind the reverse and the skips and all that stuff. What they do mind is constant frustration. And this game, it won't happen in every game, but it will happen in some games where it's a game that never ends, and it will go on, my friend, because you'll keep drawing and drawing and drawing, and you'll have 3 of the 4 cards you need, and then you'll draw the thing where you discard every card in your hand and shuffle the deck back together. That is extremely frustrating. And what am I supposed to tell the kid that that happens to? Like, hey man, that's life. Well, first of all, it's not life, it's a meteor hitting you. But secondly, it's not fun. I mean, maybe if you get into the theme of it, you could find some fun there, skipping and reversing and having things smash. But this game is literally 100% luck. I guess you could make some decisions about what animal you call dibs on, but since anyone can just cancel that, it doesn't really matter. And it's just a big take, that game. I really can't recommend this one, unfortunately. So that's Dinomals. It's a cute theme and some cute artwork, but that's about all good I can say about it. Dice Tower Judgment? Just too lucky.